for breakfast?
I'll check one thing and then we can start.
Huh? What are you having for breakfast? Fruit? Healthy.
We are good to go. Thank you.
Akiko, Steve, I need this for Facebook. Thank you. Got it.
Okay.
Classic match.
Thank you everybody for coming and watching the match here today. We're going to play a 5-point match. Being the world champion here, hopefully I learned something. Let's get started.
6-3. 6 and 3 split and down.
Yeah. This is a combination of offense and defense here. You have checkers covering all territories. This checker covers this territory here. This one covers this territory. And she's got offense on this side. So even if I hit, I'm unlikely to point on her here or hit out there. So even if I do, she has return shots.
Can I ask a question? What does point on mean?
So if I roll something that directly puts 2 checkers of mine on top of her block, that's pointing on her.
Thank you.
So yeah. So 5-4, it's kind of a lucky number for me. Otherwise, wouldn't play that well. So I'm escaping and hitting. This is there's 2 functions here.
So 1, I can hit. So I hit.
4-3. So I can make a new point, an anchor in her board, which obviously I'm going to do.
So this is good number.
It's a necklace, huh?
I can make an anchor and make block point. And one more.
I'll be right. I can do it like this. No, I can do it like this.
Are you deliberating slotting 5 or stepping up?
I behind the lace, so
2 seconds. I'll be out of your way.
maybe I'm thinking about this or this, and I'm behind the lace, so I do this.
He asked a question about slotting the 5. Why wouldn't you slot the 5?
Because he already have an anchor, so and I want to keep this point and this, so I can only make this cover 1, so
Back on the 8.
and I may make this point.
Sorry, thank you.
So I want to keep spare checker here. So
Yeah, and she's also keeping this checker. This checker back here is pretty safe. Can't double 5s in the attacks. And I could roll certain awkward numbers. 6-2, for example. I probably would slide her, but then she's got a shot at me.
6-2.
I did it.
You did it on purpose.
Okay, but you're going to start. Let's do the best you can. If you can't do one of the 3 basic things, hit, slot, or escape, then you start one of them. So this time starting a new point. And it's in a good place, too.
so 6-2.
Oh, hit pointers. Yeah.
Pointed.
I regret why I didn't.
Wanna go back into
Would you like to do the rest of this game?
Let's have to rewind.
It's difficult. So I want to keep this and this. And I'm behind the lace, but I don't want to move this and this. So I done.
Good move. Now we're making the point.
So white I escape and then I make in a point.
Okay, so Akiko made a play. It's the best play, assuming she doesn't get hit, because she's making a new point inside her board, and she's got active builders here, here, and here to make 5 points. She also has active builders here, here, and this is inactive builder to make the 7 point.
Why not escape to the 13 and make the 3 point from the 8?
So what did you do? What are you suggesting here?
Why not escape to the 13?
Right here?
And make this point with the 8?
Okay, she could do that.
Same number of builders and no blot?
Well, it's fewer builders, but she doesn't leave the 7 shot this way. So anyway, so here's the starting position. You had a 5-3. So here's something that I do when I'm playing quite often. I'll take a picture of the position here if I'm not sure, and take a look at it and see later, assuming I'm not like recording the whole match. And then you can go back and you can check and see if your play was correct. So in any play you make, you have a decision to make. You can have gains and drawbacks. So for example, if she does this play, which seems reasonable, the benefit is that if she's not hit, which she's not going to be hit 5/6 of the time because only 6 7s, then she has the active builder here, here, and here to make, as I said before. And the drawback is if I roll 7, I can hit. But even if I do hit, it's a little bit of a liability for me because I'm coming off the anchor. She might be able to come in and hit me, and she even has a few jokers, double 2 and double 4, to come in and point on me. So I like Akiko's play.
If you have a better board, she might make the other board.
This is too many little shot.
Okay, so
Thank you.
Akiko has graciously allowed me to roll 7 here. No? I have
Do
to
it
get
the hard way.
I have to get lucky.
Too many people watch.
Okay, 3-1. All right, so I can't do anything really that fantastic, but I'm going to create an extra builder here. Slot my 3 points, and I can cover my 3 point with 2s, 3s, and 5s. Get my dice up.
6-2.
Popular number.
So I don't leave shot, so I look bad, but I done. I don't make a lot.
Okay. Another possible play, which is slightly risky, is to play the 2 here and the 6 here, which it sets up a block. Now, if I don't hit with the 3, she could block me with 1s and 4s. And also she has the active builder here, 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 and semi-active builder on the 11 point to make the 5 point. And also 3s are duplicated. I could hit with the 3, cover with the 3, and she has an anchor back here. So I might consider this. I'm not sure what's right. I'm not going to second guess the world champion. Can you?
How difficult do you feel to lose this to the midpoint anchor, which is tying the back pieces into the forward pieces? Follow me?
How?
So by moving those out, you're creating a bigger gap between your back 2 to the other.
Yeah, but you have more flexibility. See, she has 1, 2, 3, 4 outside points, but she doesn't have a spare checker but only this point here. So if she was to make the other play and not get hit, she has a lot more flexibility to be able to move. If I'm stuck back here, I've got this spare piece and this spare piece, and there's other things.
Are you worried about how to get these checkers out of there now?
You might be, but
you're separating them again.
You might be worried about getting these checkers out of here, even if you do this, because this point, as a function to help these checkers escape, you could do that if she rolled 5-2, 5-3, 5-4. If she rolls double 5, she doesn't need these checkers here anyway. It's going to escape naturally.
And also, I did pips, 8 pips, so I don't get hit.
2-1. All right, now I have a choice here. I can make this point here. It's nice. It doesn't leave any blocks. But she has a spare piece here, so she's probably not going to volunteer a shot. So I'm actually going to make consecutively. I'm going to make the third point in my board, make it consecutively, fill in the gap here, give myself 5 to cover, make a 4-point board, and a 4 prime. So I'm going to take the short-term risk of leaving the blot here because it's probably not going to come into play. Nice. And you want to solve the problem about getting these checkers out here?
There it is.
Choose her as a double
Doubles,
partner.
yeah.
So I did the pips. So I'm thinking about make this point. 1, 2, and
They just told me to lose.
I just ran because of I did pips.
Yeah. Akiko's ahead 13 in the race, so generally, unless there's some real function behind staying back, like your opponent's stripped and they're just going to suppose checkers and you have a better board, just simple game, just run. So Akiko was up 13, I rolled a 16, now up 3, but I can't escape, so I'm going to have to play 1, 2, and I don't really like this play that much because I'm a little bit short on timing here. I may get stuck with the 6-1 or 6-2 in a couple of rolls. But she still has a little bit of flexibility with the piece on the H point, so I'm actually just going to try and hang back there, hope she sees a shot or I roll double 5s later.
Are you rooting for big numbers?
I mean, big numbers that escape, yeah, would be great. Anyway, Kiko's got a 4-2. No. I mean, I'm up 3, so it's a straight race. I mean, contact race.
So I play this. This is on the he can hit on the double 5, and this time he has it in a lot. So even if he no.
Yeah, no, I see
Yeah.
what
He can cover. But this is only double 5, so I play this.
Okay, so she's leaving only double 5s, and it's not like she's even giving me an extra number. I have it anyway. But only difference is I can actually hit and cover. So it's like a super joker would be the terminology. She had another choice. I don't know if it's right or not. This way effectively leaves me 3 numbers because the double 5s that I had anyway plus the 5-3. But she has 1, 2, 3, 4 active bills to make the bar point. This is the starting position here. What did you roll? Oh, 4-2.
4-2.
That was the corner.
Oh, it started like this? Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, this is a lesson.
So take a look at this one later here. Okay, so I'm not sure what's better, but she is only leaving me only 1 number here that I have anyway, so she's not giving me anything extra. Very reasonable.
She knows you're hot.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to cover the 3-point, make a 4-point board. The deuce to play. Right. A good slot, or I could just play a bit checkers here. I'll take the short-term risk here because she's probably going to safety this checker or attempt to on the next shake, and then I can cover with 6s and 7s to make a 5-point board.
So same number. So 4, and I want to make here or here or here. So I keep spare checker here.
here's the 5-2 and 5.4, which is good for the moment.
So 6-5. So usually I play this, but this time he has a strong fold. So I don't want to get hit. So, but if I don't leave the plot, place this.
What's the discount, Steve?
I have 108, 90. She has 100.
What took you so long? I was just going to.
Looks bad, but I don't want leave plot, so I will do this.
No need to give him the magic roll.
Okay, so Akiko can afford to make this play because she's ahead in the race. I am not going to come off the anchor here unless I roll a double, which she can't stop anyway. And she still has builders on the 3 and 6 to make the lower points in her board. And 4 numbers is a lot to lose. That's like 11%. And there isn't any major gain that she can achieve by releasing now. She still has a spare piece to play on 10 points.
Count.
It does.
So I'm thinking about the make or this and this. So that for sure. I want to make 5 points. So if I make 2 points, hard to make 5 points. So I play this because I want to make 5.
I agree with that play. I'm down 5 before the play. After the play, I'll be down 1. A reason to move forward is just trying to escape, gives you a better chance to escape. A reason to stay back, there's better shot equity. So what would determine which play I make is relative timing. So I'm a little short on timing here. If I made a play like this, I do have these 2 spare pieces to play, but you know, her next choice is going to be to release a single checker, possibly 2 checkers off this point. It'll be a little bit of a risk, but I don't think she can avoid it without really rolling a good number. She's going to have a little bit of flexibility to be able to play. I'm a little short on time. After my play, I'm down 1 pip, but I think I'm going to stay back anyway. She hasn't made this point here. I don't want to make it easier for her to come home, so I'll try this play. We'll see.
So I'm thinking about this one or this one. This one I live a lot. He can hit and he have a strong board. So little bit dangerous. And, this one is safety, but right now safety, but after next load I have to leave shot anyway. So this time I take a risk.
Okay, I think that was a good time to take a risk for Akiko because I have a 6 prime, but I have spare checkers to play out this point. So basically, unless I roll double fours, probably going to still maintain a strong position. And as she said, she's good chance she's going to leave a shot on the next roll. She's ready. And also the cubes in the middle, although gamins do play in a match with a cube on turn, but cubes in the middle is a good time to take a risk. If I had my pieces down here, she might want to rethink the choice to play the 3, but I agree with the move.
Being as she was likely to leave this checker open, if you had pushed from the 4 to the 5 last time, you'd had significantly better options like hitting that checker.
No, but then she might not leave me this. She might not have chosen to leave me this shot. She'd have more plays past me. If I was here,
You would have forced her to play safer, right?
potentially.
Yeah.
Depends on what numbers come up. Right. If you close your eyes, I roll
Double
better.
He moves up.
Okay, so 4-1. Here's my 4. And there's gains and drawbacks to bringing the checker in. I do kill my 6s on a number like 6-2 and 6-4 and double 6. But I also get trapped off the anchor if I roll 6-1, 6-3, 6-5. She's probably not going to leave this checker here the next roll, so 6-3 wouldn't even really help me. So a little more than half my 6s are going to be trapped off the anchor, which isn't really that good. So I'm going to risk potentially breaking my board with the 6. I'll keep the spare 6 here. And even 6-1 still closes the board, that's fine. Nice. Okay. Yeah, she played for it and she got it. Good for her. Okay. Well, let's keep my board.
So I have to think about cube.
Of course.
Keep that over here on the outside. You're wanting to keep that there at this point in time because you're trying to get those 2 in the back. You don't want to split those.
I don't want to get trapped off the ankle with 6-3, 6-5. I mean, there's some liability for leaving this checker out here. But I mean, if I've chosen to make another play, let's say this 3 and this 4 here, I'm still busting my position with, like I don't want to really come off the ankle with a 5, and I got to bust this point with a 5 anyway. Yeah, so so if your question was why leave the checker outside, just to not be forced off the ankle with 6-3 and 6-5.
That would be what I would think I would want to do in this position also, leave that checker out.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not.
We don't have much time left. I think you should double. Well, you put 3 dice down and then do that.
So this time I made 5 point and his board is start crashing. So, but he has a 4-point anchor. This is good.
Are you two ahead in the race? Is she two ahead in the race?
I believe that's correct. She has 83. Yeah, 85.
Do you figure for that little wastage in a situation like this?
Yeah, all of these are factors. I mean, she's got better timing than me by far. She's a little bit ahead in the race.
You may have to erode. You may not be able to just really race.
Actually, likely is what's to happen.
So I double.
Okay, this is a good double because her timing is better than me, and I got a little bit of risk as far as either getting trapped off the anchor or busting. But the race is only 2 pips, and I do have a high anchor, and so I'm going to take a good double. It's good if you don't get hit.
Very good.
So I clear this point.
Nice play. Okay, 4-1. So now I'm not going to save the checker on the outside. I mean, I could save a 6. Just play something like this, but it's kind of a weak position. I'm gonna keep my 5-point board, plug the 4 in, spread the checkers out here, and if I get trapped off the anchor, at least I have a 5-point board. You gotta stand your ground somewhere.
Akiko, you're 5 4. You wouldn't roll that over. That's a good number, yeah? Correct?
You and your nines, Rory.
But only 2 pips. 2 or
Well, once again, if he
6.
doesn't hit, he's crashing, so it's worth more.
But this is very close, so I want to hit crash chord, so I want.
Oh, you're saying you want to keep it?
Yeah.
Okay. I see.
And 6-3.
Yeah, great roll. Oh my goodness. 5-4. Well, the stakes are right. It's not costing me anything. Now I'm going to count the race. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 crossovers. I'm sorry. I have 4 crossovers to get my checkers home. Drop the die.
Oh, it's right there. You're right.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. I have 4 crossovers to get my checkers home. And Akiko has 4 crossovers. 1 to come in and then 2, 3, 4. So the race probably is reasonably close. But I'm moving. I'm moving my pieces, and she's only going to come in a third of the time, a little less than a third of the time. So I'll count the race here. 21, 22, 65, 70. I have 71. You count this as 25, assuming, because 1 to come here and then 24 to get home. Something Kleinman wrote about called hyperpips. If you're up, the more points you're up against, the more this is worth. But for the moment, I'll call it 25. Just get a raw count. 30 and 33 is 63, 73, 75, 77. And 71. So I'm up 6 pips. Plus, it's worse than 6 because she's on the bar. I'm only blocked on 1s and 2s, so I'm going to risk doubling here. The good thing for her is that the 1 point that's open is a high point in my board, so if she does come in, she can contend, in contact aspect of the game.
It's like 6 or 7.
So I pass because I behind the race. So
What's the book count? What's the spread?
I think I'm up 6 if I counted it right. 77. Yeah, 71, 77. Yeah, I agree with the pass here. So try and get a couple more games in.
Would you ever in that situation wait a turn before you did?
Okay, well, that's a good question. So if you're thinking that it might be advantageous, first of all, if I double, she passed. Then I did the correct cube action, she did the correct cube action. If you can give me a reason why it would be right to wait, I'd be interested in that. because that's the maximum efficient thing I could do is to gain 2 points on that play. I didn't have gammon opportunity,
Let me watch one
so
more game.
I want to get the 2 points. I don't want to wait a shake and then she comes
I think
in
it's
with
the
five
last.
all
I don't think I signed up for unplayed bricks yet.
Yeah, yeah.
So 5 and 2. This time I behind score, so I want to get the gammon. So I'm thinking about the down, but this is not my style.
Her style is winning.
I'd like to ask both of you a question.
Go ahead.
As a novice, kind of advanced novice, I guess, maybe at best. Anyway, what's your favorite move for a 2-6 in the first part of the game? A 2-6.
On the opening move?
Yeah.
2-6.
2-6.
I split them down.
Again, please? Oh, I see. It's 6 over here, then down from there. Thank you.
Yeah, she rolled I think the 6-3 was the first roll of our match, but 6-2, you do the same thing because it's offense and defense. You want to take your risks earlier in the game. You don't want to wait till the end of the game when your opponents develop a strong position to take risks. So you take the risk earlier in the game by splitting with the 6, bringing the 2 down. You have the possibility of making high anchor. You also have the builders on your side of the board to make either your 5-point or 7-point.
Thank you.
You got it. So 3-2. All right. So I could hit twice, but it's also not my style. So I'm going to play this 3 and this 2. And if you've read something about the theory of duplication, which was first illustrated in Paul McGill's book Backgammon in 1976, it talks about duplicating numbers. Like you want to give your opponent similar numbers to do good things for themselves. Now in this case, I'm duplicating indirect number. She can make the high anchor with the 6-4 here, but she can also hit in the back with the 6-4. So not only do you want to look to duplicate direct numbers, you want to look to duplicate indirect numbers. So I'm going to do that this time. I'm also doing offense and defense at the same time. Splitting, she only has limited attack at this point to make the point in her board, and this is quadrant control. I've got my checkers, unless she rolls a really good number, I've got this checker guarding this side of the board, and these checkers guarding on the other side of the board. Yeah.
So 3. I think it's both.
Are any bananas left?
Yes.
So hit for 2 for sure.
Back there.
I down. I can hit twice, but my
Not her
style
style.
is make a plan, and then this is good for cover. If Steve don't hit this point, I can make a good 4 point. So I bring down.
Okay. So I have a question. If it was DMP, would you make the same play or a different play?
Oh, DMP same.
Yes. So her play's a little bit more risky, but the benefits are great if I don't hit her back. Because if she was to make this play instead, even if I'm probably not going to stay out with double sticks, but let's say I come in with one checker here, her future in this game isn't that strong. But, is this correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so this play, I have a few more numbers to hit her, but if I don't hit her back, it's super strong for her. And especially she can afford to take more risk because she's down on the match score. So she did that. I went 3-6, so she did a nice play, and she got rewarded for it. So I'm going to come in with a 3, and I've got a 6 to play, so I can't do anything that productive. The only thing I can really do is come out and duplicate her 4s. She can hit with a 4 here. She can cover with a 4 here. But it's real strong for her because she also has aces to hit and 2s to cover and some other nice shakes. I'll try that.
So I can hit twice, but I can make 4 points. So I just make good point.
Twice, yeah. That's fun too. I know, but it's a different situation.
So obviously, I'm Super Joker. I'm making 2 new points, putting 2 new checkers on the bar. If she doesn't come in with a good shake here, I'm probably going to play for the gamma.
What does the term Joker mean?
What's that?
What does the term Joker mean?
Joker
Really good.
means like you call your shake, like it's not, whatever you want to roll, that would be it.
Okay.
You look at it and say,
The same is true for an anti-joker. Like her double 6 is what we call an anti-joker because it's the absolute good you don't want, or it's what the opponent would call.
Thank you.
This time double 4 is
It's your
Joker.
Yeah, that's correct.
rolling one of those numbers significantly improves the equity in your position.
Joker's a real good
Yeah,
rule.
yeah.
Hear all these terms that I don't know.
But the position's not volatile. Okay, and there's not a huge equity swing between the best roll and the worst roll. But
More language to equity.
if the position is not volatile, and your chance of winning the game doesn't go up that much with the best roll versus the
All
best
right.
roll that you would.
I'm going to hit with a 6, and I have a choice. I can
It's
either
one
bring
where
a checker
the
down
best number
here,
significantly improves
give
your chance of
myself
winning.
5s and 6s to make
Okay.
a 5-point board. But she also has deuces to anchor. If I continue in hit, stops her from anchoring, and the 5 is of some value because then she has a chance to anchor here. But since she has 3 on the bar, simply rolling a 5 here isn't all that good for her. So the reason I'm going to hit here is because I don't want to give her 2 good numbers. If I do this, I give her 5s to hit, 2s to anchor. So and she doesn't have a super strong board. She has a decent board. I'm just going to stop her from.
If she had her 5 point.
Would depend. I mean, a 5-point in addition to.
Yes.
Alright, so 6-1. Here's my 6. So, I don't think I really want to leave the double 5s. I got a little bit of a problem here because if I want to duplicate my numbers, by playing the ace up here, I've got 4s to cover and 4s to move up. If I move the back checker up, I've got 5s to cover and 5s to escape. So the only way to achieve the duplication is to move this checker, which leaves her double 5s. So now my 5s are blocked through the back checker, but they assist me in covering.
3-2 a consideration.
And then Rory's suggesting potentially 3-2. It weakens my position somewhat, but it also brings builders closer from the outside. But once again, it's still duplicating 4s to move up and 4s to cover. So all things being equal, I'd rather. I think I'm just gonna. I think I'm gonna sacrifice the diversification for the moment. Why would I not move up?
Yeah.
Okay. You talking about moving here?
No, move it over.
All the way to 6-1. So if she has 3 checkers up, why would you try to just
What was the original position?
It was on the midpoint. You
This
rolled
was
a
on the
6-1.
Yeah. I want to cover. I want to cover this block. And the best chance I have to cover the block is to bring a builder directly. I'll just do this for the moment. Go ahead. So I covered. And I'm not as worried about escaping at this point in time. I want to bring builders down to close the board. And 3-2. Okay, and we're going to bring another builder down. But I don't really want to get hit with double fives, so I just move this checker here. Another. Well, there is some consideration. I mean, if I do this, I have a fourth builder to close the board. But now double five is kind of weak. So I might want to sacrifice bringing in an extra builder to close the board by just coming up and giving myself no bad numbers. And I'll show you that if I make this play, now notice the double threes is blocked here. That's not good, but look how double threes plays on my side of the board. I close the board. So I'm giving myself no bad numbers here. Okay, so 1-2. Alright, so I'm going to play the 2 here and the 1 here. Once again, I'm going to make my bad numbers play well. Double six is blocked here, but if I keep these two checkers together, I close the board. Okay, now I can afford to create an extra builder without risk. And I'm going to keep all the builders separate. So this closes the board. I'm going to take my worst shake away from me and move forward because double fours breaks me a little bit more. So no matter how I play it, I got to leave a shot on double six. Well, that's not entirely true. I mean, I could do this, but now double threes breaks. So I'll do the short-term risk here. Double six leaves a shot, but she has 3 on the bar, so even if I get hit, probably not that big an issue. Okay. 5, keep the stairs next to each other. 1. Okay, so if I do this, which looks like a safe play, I still have an odd checker on the high point, which if I roll 2 big numbers, 6-5, 6-4, 5-4, and the big doubles, I leave a shot. So I think I'm going to take the risk, take 3 checkers off here, because even if I leave a shot and get hit, the cube is still, I still have access to the cube, and I can win an undoubled backhand in the match. So I'm going to try and do that. I'll stand out. Okay, that's my play.
Blood in the water.
Oh! Match has been extended.
This is a joker. So I make a new point.
Steve, I think you're the villain.
It's okay.
I won the big one already this week.
I want to make a 5. So
Yeah.
so I little bit dangerous, but only double 5. So
He would have taken.
so 5-3. So if he does 6, I'm problem, so I hit.
That's a nice play. If I roll ace deuce, well, I don't have to hit the ace deuce, but if I roll ace three, I get forced to come in and break and leave a new lot, so that was a nice move.
I can cover.
No.
I just cover.
Akiko. Akiko. I would.
You know, the 2-6, I'm in this gamma, so I bring in and
You would have made the bar. Would have made the bar with the previous split. Would you make the bar with the previous split?
Those of you who are over there that matches, wander this way when you can, try to get them kicked off.
switch or
Well, you don't want to if he gets the ace.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Even if he comes in and deuce, you've got the 5 for the 6 1.
I can switch, but I want one.
Michael Urban, are you still in the room here?
Not a lot, so I this and I did a lot.
Oh, that was a very good roll.
Yeah, that was a key move. 2-6. 2-6 to good push. 2-6.
Oh, 4-3.
Michael K. Phil Lerman. Abel Mortut. Jay Thomas. Donald Shabbai. Victor Morales.
I can
There wasn't
shop double 5, but only one number.
Whoa! Okay, we got Kettler Pascar. Kettler's right behind you. Donnie Lamuto, I saw you a while ago. Where are you, Donnie? Okay, Donnie Lamuto, you playing Joe.
Now, Steve, at some point, do you consider cubing her out?
At this score, I'm probably going to either try and win a gammon or just not double. Because if I don't get out, I only have 5 checkers off.
Right.
And if I do get out, there's potential gammon possibility. There would be a situation maybe where she's got most of her pieces home, and if she comes in, she's got a checker here, and I got a checker here, and there's not much gammon, I would just double and move back here. And also, yeah, I have 5 checkers off too. This might be one of those situations here. Premonition. Yeah. The hit with the 2 gives me some gammon chances. Probably, I'm going to roll an 8 or a 9, potentially, but sort of an average kind of number. Do the single shot.
Grunwald, are you in the
I do
room?
have some gammon opportunities.
Alan Grunwald. Joe, Russell, and Frank, y'all are going to be streaming.
If this was a money game, would you double?
Oh, if I own the cube?
Or from the middle?
Well, from the middle, I would have to double because.
Yeah, right. No, all right. So if you own the
If
cube.
I own the cube, then it'll be on the fence as to whether I should play for the gammon or just double, and I don't think it's a take. I think normally I probably would just double here, but since we're short on time, I'm gonna play it and see what happens.
Fleetwood has a match.
Okay.
Is that our match?
Yeah. I thought I heard your name.
Yeah.
I didn't hear mine.
So
Okay, so I have 5 checkers off here at any check, but I have no gammon possibility, so I would just double it in the game. And I'm up 3-0, so I'll continue until they tell us to stop.
Yeah, on the board?
I'm sorry. I think maybe I'm going to have to call it an end. None of people have matches, and more importantly, Michelle needs the board. But join me in thanking the. That was all.
Steve.
Yes.
It was 3 points.
You're the best. That will never happen in real life.
Akiko, can I take a picture with you?
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, we missed you in Viva. Hopefully next year you can come.
Definitely won't.
Today.
No, I'm sorry I had to. Oh my, I'm so happy to be able to do some good. I'll be right back to stop recording. Oh, let's just press stop right now while we're at it. Stop.